Hi Leo, this is Shah and welcome to your reading, and this is your romance reading for March 2021, and I'm using some of my new decks and favorite decks. So let's get started. Thank you for all your subscriptions, by the way, and your likes and shares. And I think the weeklies are I'm not getting so many hits this week because I've done it in a different way, so you can choose a pile, but I don't think the viewers like it because I'm not getting so many hits or reactions on them. I hope you like this reading this way. I'm using a beautiful new deck that I also used in the weeklies, and also this is a new deck. You know the angel feathers, and you know the message from the Oracle and Archangel Michael. So let's get started with your reading. You come in with the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is well, not a negative card. It looks how it all depends how you look at it. There is an ending, but there is also a new beginning. There is a new dawn breaking. Look at the sun rising on your world, not on the world alone, but also on your world. Perhaps there might have been an issue that wasn't very positive. It might be that you had backache, or you might have still backache, but there is an ending coming to that, as the 10 means an ending, and there is a new beginning. Perhaps you might have found a solution to get rid of your backache. Another meaning is that it could be that you have cut yourself off from a friendship, or a friendship has broken. This is not very nice. I know that it is always pretty negative or sad when a friendship breaks up, but look at it on the positive side. If somebody was gossiping behind your back, or you had a major argument, then yes, and it's unrepairable, then it wasn't a real friendship. Perhaps plans are ruined, or a fight is lost, and you feel right depressed and at the bottom. Perhaps you have distanced yourself from a perception of somebody else. In other words, you might have gotten you might have distanced yourself from a friend or a person because they are not what you thought they are. You could be drained, you could be depleted and exhausted, and now your button is at 0, so you can reset the button. Now you can release what is negative, what is of no use to you, and now you can start the cycle again. A new cycle will give you room to bring in what you want and change your situation at hand. Trust that this was meant to be because the divine thought, or the angels thought, you needed a change. And to confirm this, you've got the Six of Swords lying next to it. Perhaps there is an ending in communication, or perhaps there has been an abrupt ending to wisdom, as the swords stand for gaining knowledge. Perhaps you were reading a book and all of a sudden something happened in a book which made you feel sad or upset, and you put the book down and you don't dare to go back to it. So that's finished. And of course, when you read, you gain knowledge, even if you're not conscious of it. It was some instance, or some instance or something that happened in the book might put you off to read the book on. Now this is also the Four of Coins, means that you are perhaps closing off from the situation, the book, whatever it may be. The Four of Pentacles also means that you might be spending too much money, so this is a warning: tighten up the purse strings, or you might be holding on to money or somebody, and it's not good for you, because this could have um, this could have created arguments or disagreements. It could have been about money. So boom, the partnership or friendship is broken. Perhaps you're trying to hold on to somebody, a friend or a partner, in business or in romance, and it's about money. There's always friction about money, and it is boom, you had an argument and it's finished. Well, so the warning, the flip side of it is you might start again, and now you have to take your own responsibility. Now you can do what you want with your money and open up. Perhaps if the arguments was about finance, perhaps you isolated yourself, closed your heart off, closed your mind, closed your solar plex, towards your partner or potential partner, and they feel left out in the cold. So that is what broke up the friendship or relationship. Remember, a friendship is good to start off with before you have a relationship, because a friendship, that is the um, um, I'm losing the words now in English. The foundation. The friendship is the foundation to a relationship. Something unexpected has happened, because you've got the tower there, and the tower means unexpected change. Perhaps you had a whopping big argument or disagreement on how to use the money, or not only on how to spend, that you are spending too much money, one of you two, but on how to spend the money and on what. Perhaps one of you wanted to stay in the apartment and save a little bit longer before moving into a house and buying a house. There is number 16 is number 7, so there is luck, but you can't change the past. You can only change the present and the future. You hold the key as to what you are going to do. Are you going to move away to quieter waters, because the Six of Swords is suggesting that you are moving to quieter waters? But somehow or other, I've got a feeling, and it's really, really powerful in my tummy, and that's what you call the intuition, is saying some of them will not, or most of them will not break up, because there is a new beginning, and they've got the warning: don't isolate yourself, don't spend your money too much, and you've got the Hermit. He's a wise old man, I'm just seeing him now. Ask somebody that has life experience or professional experience on what to do, like a marriage guidance counselor. He is a spiritual person, and in the old days you would go to your priest of the parish to seek advice about marriage or the relationship. Well, we didn't have relationships in those days, because you had to get married, otherwise it wasn't respected. But nowadays we have different ways of partnerships, and I think you are moving away from difficulties, but with somebody's advice, a third party. Like I said, this could be a parent, somebody that has life experience and wisdom, or it could be a marriage guidance counselor, or another type of mediator or arbitrator. And you will flow to quieter waters and to a new shore. You might even be crossing water. What I'm also seeing is that you will eventually come to a compromise, and you will be moving home. If not, you might be moving away alone. Now, in some cases, some of you say, this is the end. That's me. I've got the experience, I've got the knowledge, I'm sure of my thing, and I'm leaving, and I'm going to move away. I don't want any more arguments. I don't want difficulties. I don't want to feel stuck. I want to be free. I want to be myself. Just be careful. Don't do things in haste, because you'll have to repent in leisure. Learn from the hermit. Take time out. Meditate, contemplate, and evaluate the situation that is happening around you. Also, seek advice from somebody that's older than you or professional. Throw away what is of no use to you so you can let in the new. And if you know how to compromise and communicate, definitely communicate, because the swords are communication and wisdom. Use your wisdom. Wisdom is also can be powerful. So use your wisdom and your power wisely. Gently, watch your intonation. Don't speak too sharply. That is also what I'm hearing. Come to your point gently. This is really fascinating what is coming through. Come to the point. Don't drag on. Come to the point and say what you have to say. Tell the truth, because I think somebody is cropping information or emotions up, especially in this Pisces season. It's all high tension, highly emotional sensitive. So use your wisdom and your intuitiveness and your emotions wisely, and watch out what you say and how you say it. There's still a possibility of mending the break if that is what you wish, or the argument, disagreement, but the trust will have to be built up again right from scratch, because you are carrying on your journey alone or together. Because we have got the 6, we haven't got the 5. So with the 5, nobody is the winner, and that is war. That is big disagreements. So there is a chance of moving away or into a new direction to get to the quiet waters. But it does mean opening up, telling the truth, also opening up to love, emotions. Yeah, it could be confrontations, but I would suggest, if you are in such a dire straits, then get an arbitrator, somebody neutral, preferably not a family or a friend, because they have emotional attachments to either you or the other. Get a neutral person to sit in the debate or the conversation. Now you've got white sage. White sage is used to clear the air, to get protection, to give power and perspective to the conversation. And this is what it says on the card, the protective power of the sacred white smoke clears all negative out, making way for the new hope. Okay, there could be a Virgo involved. A Virgo. Also, you've got the Archangel Michael card, spiritual protection, silence and solitude. Yes, silence and solitude. Think about things, meditate. If not, contemplate and evaluate. See what works for you. See what your inner voice, your intuition, your higher self is saying to you. Do you want to stay? Will you accept this? That the trust might be gone, the that you still love the person, maybe, but in love is gone. But is it enough? This relationship, or will this relationship, if it's just a prill relationship, if you're not married but you are hooked up, is it enough? Is it what you want? Is it what you expected? Sit in quietness, think. Silence and solitude. The inner self will give you the answers. Archangel Michael calls you to connect with him on a deeply spiritual level during prayer and reflection. This could also be contemplation in anybody else's language. That is what I'm saying. Then you have the rainbow angel feather, and you can wear all the colors from the rainbow to enhance yourself spiritually, detox, get back the balance, etc., etc. And you can also eat any kind of fruit with that rainbow feather. So know that rainbow feather, if you've got the rainbow feather, it means that heaven and earth is connected, and perhaps your ancestors, a guide, is with you. With immense excitement, the angels announce that you are to receive a special blessing. Angelic joy will radiate to you through this blessing. Perhaps you might have seen a rainbow in the last couple of days. This was a pre-announcement to this card. Awesome. They are showing you the signs. Then we have roll over. Yes, sometimes we have to give in or give over. So that's why I'm saying take your time. With these two cards explaining silence and solitude, take your time. Don't do things in haste, otherwise you have to repent in leisure. Roll over, appeasement, obedience, subservience, performance, orders. Sometimes we have to give in, but it's better to compromise and to understand each other so that you can build on this new beginning. This is what happens in relationships. We all have our ups and downs. How bad really is it? That is also what you have to ask. I'm happy to roll over. This is what Albus is saying. His definition of roll over. It's my way of showing that you are the boss, and also a hint that I would like my tummy rubbed. Sometimes it's a good way of scratching my back. I do my best to make everyone happy, and that's when I hear something now. You can't make everybody happy all the time. You also must think of yourself. And I know that means that I must do as I'm told. I have my place in the world, and it's a good one. I like my tummy rubbed, and I'm pretty sure you like to rub it. Well, this is a dog's way of thinking. Yes, sometimes we have to roll over, but we also have to think of ourselves. And in a relationship, nobody should be the boss. You should be the boss over yourself and towards each other. Find a compromise, equilibrium. That is also what I'm hearing. But let's see what his owner how the owner translated. A good dog knows his place in the world, but it tends to be a lot more complicated for us humans. That is true. Power games and status are important to some of us, but there does come a time when we should maybe concede to others, give in, and learn how to take orders. After all, we can't all be the boss all the time. And this is in a relationship. You shouldn't see it as a boss, but sometimes one is right and the next time the other is right. And that is taking charge of the situation, bringing in new ideas, new perspectives to find the equilibrium, the balance. This card comes up for you. Try thinking about your relationship with authority and whether it's really worthwhile challenging a point or whether it is time to roll over. That is so beautifully explained. Simple, but powerful. Sometimes we have to give in. And the only time we have to take over orders is when we work and we get paid for it. That is the boss, because he employs us, or she. But in a relationship, sometimes we have to roll over. In other words, give in to a situation. I hope this reading has helped you clarify something to you, and I hope you find a solution. So I would say um, go back and sit down, contemplate and evaluate the question or the situation at hand. It might not seem so bad after all. And also think about yourself, but think on what you want, what you expected, and how you see yourself in 6 to 10 months from now. I'm sorry I can't make anything more from the reading, but it is also necessary to take time out for yourself. And this is how you grow. There is an ending. You've got a 9 here and you've got a 10 there, but you've also got luck. It is a moment for you to see how you are transforming within the relationship or a potential relationship, to make it grow, to extend it, to make it perfect or nearly perfect. Nothing is perfect in the world, but also to grow towards each other, to quieter waters. We've all got our ups and downs, so don't give up too quickly and don't make a decision too quickly. You know what resonates with you. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, then please have a look at your moon sign or your rising sign. Take care, stay safe, and God bless.